From the Toronto International Film Festival, this is Red Carpet Diary. Writers is a lighthearted drama about a dysfunctional yet literary family. Greg Kinnear plays the family's patriarch who can't quite let go of his failed marriage. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
This character was someone who, obviously very successful writer, but was treating his kids with the same kind of frankness that he would treat a business associate with. I don't think that he changed. That was my sense of him, is that he didn't really change whether he was dealing with his kids or his wife or whoever, which is in some ways selfish,
right.
But that was one of his character traits. I mean, I just think that's the way he is. Does that ring true to you?
In creating a writer, and it's probably an unfair characterization in some ways, but listen, I love authors. The idea of being a great author and someone who can sit down and create something that moves you on the page and starting with nothing, I have a fetish for. It's amazing. But it's not a team sport, and the idea of being that kind of insular person does have a social consequence. I just think that maybe your people skills do have there's a quirkiness, there's an inherent honest quirkiness in that got to be played out really nicely in this movie, because Bill is not only dealing with his kids and dealing with his ex-wife, but he's dealing with his own insecurities about his struggle to recreate his writing success, I guess, which is probably something writers struggle with all the time.
As I stood there staring through the window into my ex-wife's new life, I was overcome by the oddest sensation. Watching her with this man was like turning on a familiar sitcom and realizing they had replaced one of the lead actors with a stranger. The show was the same, but the thespian who played William Borgens for nearly 20 years was gone. In his place was a younger, dumber model.
But this movie, I think, kind of nails, in a lot of ways, the insecurities and everything else that goes along with it.
I thought so too. It's, it sat on my desk initially, a family film about a bunch of writers does not necessarily strike you as dynamic material. At the end of the day, whether they were writers or they were anything else, hey, how are the characters? How are they pushing or pulling each other? Is there a story here? And I felt that Josh had found a way into that and found a way out as well. It's hard to kind of get out of that dysfunctional family routine in a way that makes you feel like something's transpired, where these people have gone through some journey. It's hard to do that, and I did feel like there was a real shift in all of the characters by the end of the film.
Our thanks to Greg Kinnear for being on Red Carpet Diary.